Hello and salutations, my name is John Johnson. Welcome to an episode of Diddy Kong Racing. In the last episode, we finished up the trophy challenges, and that was pretty much it. And in this episode, we're playing as Banjo for about the next 10 seconds, because we haven't played as him the entire game, because I keep forgetting him. And we're gonna run over this frog here. Frog. It's frog. You're not being my friend. There we go. Drumstick. So, that's actually the secret character of this game, or one of the two. Good old Mr. Drumstick. Now, I know some people are going to be upset because that's all that Banjo gets. But, well, I'm sorry. I kept forgetting to play as Banjo, and honestly, the ending parts of this game are just going to be a little too hard to play as Banjo. However, we do have Drumstick, and if I remember right, Drumstick, even though he's kind of a heavier character, is actually one of the better characters in the game. I'm not entirely sure. I think he's one of the more balanced ones. I could be wrong about that, though, but I remember him being pretty good. In this episode, now that we've unlocked the secret character, which is something everybody's been wanting me to do, we're actually going to be taking on Wizpig, and I have a confession. I haven't practiced this. In fact, I've never actually beaten this. I've never beaten this race. This is as far as my sister ever got, was Wizpig, and she never beat it either. I've never seen the ending of this game at all. And that's kind of weird, honestly. So, yeah, and the thing is, I couldn't even practice because I would have had to record unlocking Drumstick, then practice, and then record this, which I didn't do. So I'm actually going into this with no practice or anything like that. I'm probably going to lose a few times. In fact, I'm pretty much expecting to. Just because, oh wow, off to a fan-bloody-tastic start. I'm pretty much expecting to lose a few times because I don't know this race. Using Drumstick, which is a character I'm not used to. And I'm generally expecting it to be a bad time, but I'm also expecting to make pretty much an entire video out of this one particular race, at least hoping to. Oh, don't kick me in the water, you stupid Wizpig. Now, I know a lot of people don't like to get the turbos here on the last race to make it a little bit more challenging. I am not one of those people, however, because I suck enough as it is. To be honest with you. I mean, really though, look at it. Just look at what is happening already. I know this race is supposed to be pretty dang hard. And I'm pretty excited to actually be able to finally beat it in my lifetime. I do know what comes after this, just because of LPs and stuff like that. But even on the LPs, I never actually watched the ending of this. And the only video of this race I've ever actually seen is Pico's Let's Play. And I actually skipped the last, like, 15 minutes of the video because I had to go and do something and just never ended up watching it. I don't know this track very well at all, so I'm actually going to finish this race out to see if I can try and learn the track a little bit better. See where the turbos are, because that's going to be the secret here, is the turbos. Most definitively. Oh, man. He's way ahead of me already. I knew this was going to be hard. I really did. Like, there was no doubt about that in my mind. I wonder if I can even catch up from where I am right now. If I can, then maybe this won't be as hard as I remember it, or as well, I guess halfway remember. I have, like, tried to race this before when I was a kid. Even though I never actually got to this point on my own file. My sister got to this point on her file a lot. And she never beat it, I never beat it. We just never ended up beating this game. Which is wrong on so many levels. Even though it's a very difficult game, I felt like we probably could have if we really, really spent some time on it. But, well, then again, look how I'm doing right now. Woo. Final lap. To be honest, he's about half the racetrack ahead of me. I expected worse, honestly. I don't know. I expected him to actually, like, lap me, to be honest with you. I just need to remember where the turbos are. That's going to be the difficult part here, is remembering that. If I can remember that they're all laid out so spastically. Yeah, a second, we know. Huh. Yeah, blah, ha, blah. Wizpig. Whatever. We get to try again immediately. It's not that big a deal. Good gosh. Good gosh. Alright, so let's keep trying. I'm going to try a few times and continue talking. It's going to at least fill out an episode. Yeah, we know the cutscene. He really does sound very evil, doesn't he? I mean, given he's an evil pig, but he sounds very evil for Diddy Kong Racing, for a kid's game like Diddy Kong Racing. His voice acting is quite phenomenal indeed. Alright, so I don't know if you really just need to, so yeah, you can't hold your lead on him, you just can't. I don't know if it's going to be one of those like last minute deals or what. Alright, let's hit this turbo. Perfect. Doing good, and then there's one to the far left right here. Ah, we missed it. See, I think this is one of those races where you mess up once, that's the end of it, like you're just finished. Like that, and I missed 2 turbos. That's not good. Let's go ahead and do a restart and see if we can do a little better than that. I think we're learning the track fairly well, I think, so I'm not just super worried about it. I mean, I'm legitimately worried about it because it's friggin' Wizpig race here, but we're not falling behind just a whole lot in the first lap, and I feel like if we can just keep hitting the turbos, which we're doing fantastic on, if I do say so myself. If we can just keep hitting the turbos good, I think we actually have it. I think my reactions for this aren't as fantastic as some of the other ones, mostly because I expected this to be horrible. Like, I had no illusion that I was going to come in and do like I did in the last few trophy races and just, you know, do really well on them. That was fantastic. How many times have I restarted already? Like 4 or 5? Okay. I had no illusions in my mind that I was going to come in and just blast through this, so yeah, kind of expected a lot of failure here. So how are you guys doing today? Hopefully you guys aren't taking on Wizpig, because otherwise you might be going insane too. Although to be honest, I'm only like, what, 6 minutes into this, and I'm already starting to feel a little bit of frustration here. If I can just keep up with them, that's the main thing. Oh, hit the hurt, yeah, okay, that works. Oh, got it, yes. Okay, so we actually managed to get through an entire lap. Hit every turbo. Oh, excuse me, I missed one. Oh crap, and he still is in front of us though. That's not good. Now, does he slow down at the end of the race like all the other bosses did? That's what I'm kind of curious about. Because if he does, maybe we can actually like catch up with him at the very last second there. Because I mean, I'm not above doing that. We certainly had to do our fair share of that in the other boss races before. So if we can, you know, pull that off, then maybe we can actually do this. That's the big part right there, is getting that turbo. Okay, that's fine. We're still okay. Just gotta hit that one, and then the one immediately after that, which is this one right here. This is on the top of a hill. You can barely see that thing. We're keeping up with them this time, so we're already, you can already see a massive amount of progress here, right? Because the first, the first race that we actually finished, or, well, almost finished, he was pretty much a half a lap ahead of us the entire time. We're actually keeping up with him on this, so we're not doing horrible. Oh, there we go. Although we can easily jinx it. There's only 1 turbo left. We're definitely not going to win. But dang if we didn't come close that time. I'm happy with that. I am fairly impressed that we actually did that well. In fact, if we weren't using drumstick, maybe we actually would have even done better than that. Although, to be honest, I cannot imagine doing this without any of the special boosts. Oh dear lord. Cannot even think about how stupid that would be. My hat's off to Pico and anybody else that actually does that, because that is entirely too impressive. It is too impressive to actually exist. Alright, so let's try this one more time and see if we can actually pull it off this time. You know, if I beat this in less than 15 minutes, or I'll change that. If I beat this in less than 30 minutes, I'm going to be super impressed with myself. I'm not even joking. I came into this expecting this to be an hour-long recording session for a 10-minute video, to be perfectly honest with you. Oh. So if I can actually do better than that, I'm happy, you know? I really am. I think we actually did miss 1 turbo. Oh, there we go. I think we did actually miss 1 turbo that last race, too, and we still did pretty good. But we actually, you know what? That 1 turbo we missed probably would have been the one that put us ahead, now I think about it. So yeah, it's definitely a precise nature kind of thing. I think if you get in front of him there, he can actually kick you in the first for a little while and keep the lead, too. Although I don't really think it matters. I believe he actually loses a lot of his speed in the 3rd lap there, because we caught up with him pretty well by the end of the 3rd lap. Maybe he just he blows past you in the 1st lap, and then the 2nd, 3rd lap he just progressively slows down a little bit. We'll test that theory of this one actually, because we're behind a solid chunk. If we can actually catch up with him still, then okay, never mind. Restart. If we can actually catch up with him, even though he's that far ahead of us, then that means that I'm right about him progressively slowing down. Oh, didn't even turbo that time. He doesn't get as much of a head start as the other ones do. Also, he's kind of a cheater now that I think about it. I mean, yeah, he head starts like all the other bosses, but he's also flying, and we're not. And I just realized that's really unfair. I don't know why that didn't really occur to me until just this second. But that's not cool, Wizpig, man. You can't just be flying when we are stuck here in a cart on a wet road. That's beyond unfair there. Alright, if we can actually catch up with him here, because he just entered the second lap. If we can actually catch up with him, that means I'm right about him slowing down on the second and third lap. I really know nothing about this race, to be honest with you, which, oh god, I keep missing turbos. Which is, I think, what makes this so weird, because not only am okay, restart. Not only am I not practiced and not good, but I don't know any of the strategies or anything. I don't know if there's a special route or anything like that, because we tried this a lot when I was a kid, but we never got past it. We just never did. Of course, like I said, we never actually really just sat there and just played it and played it and played it and played it either. We would play it for 10 minutes, get frustrated, and put it down for 3 months after we got to this point. But, I'm planning on beating it for you guys. I really am. And on top of that, there's still a good bit left in the game even after this. And it gets even harder, so I'm definitely looking forward to that. So, can you tell the excitement in my voice? I'm so happy to be doing this game. I really am happy to be doing this game, to be perfectly honest with you. It's one of my favorite games when I was a kid, and I feel like it doesn't get the attention it deserves for the most part. Man, he is so far ahead of us. Might as well see if we can catch up and get some more practice hitting the turbos, right? I think just memorizing the turbos is the secret to this, or at least it's the one I found. And actually being able to hit the turbos would probably help us out a little bit as well. You gotta have that grind down, that drift down a little bit better than I have it. I think that's one thing that's really screwing me up right here. He's still, yeah, he's got his beat on this one pretty dang tightly. Let's go ahead and restart and see if we can pick it up a little bit. Holy burly. One more time commentating, and then I'm actually going to see if I can beat him without or not talk and beat him. Although I don't think that's going to help too much in this situation, because I'm actually concentrating pretty hard. My commentary is probably suffering for it, but oh man, he's actually. Oh, I was about to say we were doing pretty good there because he was kicking us in the first. My commentary is probably suffering a little bit for the concentration here. But I mean, come on, it's Wizpig. What am I supposed to do when fighting Wizpig? Oh, come on, I hit that turbo. Crap. What am I supposed to... There's a car alarm going off in the background. I hope that doesn't pick up. Although it's kind of funny playing Diddy Kong and there's a car alarm going off in the background. It's Wizpig, man. You know, if I'm having to try and come up with stuff to talk about at the same time as trying to fight friggin' Wizpig, you know, you're just asking a little bit too much of me there. You just are. I hate to say it, but I don't really know what else to say about it. Ugh. Again, we're keeping up a whole lot better than I really expected to be honest. I think we can pull this off. I really do. I think we're doing decently enough, without... I mean, not that I'm not trying, but we're doing decently enough with the effort we're putting out that I feel like we can do this, guys. I have faith. I have all the faiths in me, and hopefully you do too, because we're about to restart, and I'm going to stop commentating for a minute. So I'll see you guys, hopefully, by the time I beat this. Dang it. Dang it. Dang it. Dang it. Dang it. Dang it. What the crap was that? Oh, really? Dang it. So close. Darn! think we may have this. I think we may actually have this. Yes! Yes! And we beat him good, too! Dang right. That only took about 30 minutes. That wasn't too bad at all. I really expected like an hour-long recording session there. Oh, his arms look like thumbs. I just realized that. His feet, too. He looks like all of his arms and legs are thumbs. That's so freaky looking. Ugh. And he explodes into a ball of light. Just like all evil pigs do. Alright, I gotta let this Taj play out. Yeah, Taj, you ride your carpet in. Woo! Party indeed, Mr. TT. Party indeed. This is the first time I've ever beat this! Oh, it's just now sinking in. Yes! Yes! Oh, look at the Conker and the Krunch. Who cares about Krunch? Oh, look at him dancing. I swear his Conker isn't grinding on the pole or something. Oh, they're all dancing and having a good old time. I love it. I'm very excited right now. I really, I've never been this far in the game myself. I've never even seen anybody in live, except for Let's Plays, get this far in the game. I love it so much. Yeah, about that lighthouse. I've always wondered about that. What is that? Wizpig, you're supposed to be a ball of light right now. What are you doing behind the lighthouse? Don't you evil laugh on... What? No! Run! I beat you! You're supposed to be gone!
The party worms, but I had to say goodbye.
What? Just go! Just leave! Everybody's running around. Where are you even running to? Is that a spaceship? Is that a spaceship? Are you a space pig? Oh my lord. He's a space pig. What? How? He's an evil pig from space! Alright, I knew that was coming, but that's still... What kind of, random twist is that? Pigs in space! God. That twist, makes no sense. In the credits. I love it. P Mountain, JPEG. 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 K Bayless, art director. Good job, K. 3D artist. Yeah, okay. So yeah, that was Diddy Kong Racing. Okay, no, it wasn't all of Diddy Kong Racing. There is quite a bit left, actually. At least a couple of videos worth. And it gets much harder, which I'm so very looking forward to. So much. I'm gonna love it. But, yeah, there will be some more Diddy Kong Racing, so don't worry about that, even though we are letting the credits play a little bit here. Speaking of, this might end up being kind of a longer video. I feel like I'm going to take this time to tell you about Diddy Kong Racing canon, because it exists. And I actually didn't know it up until the other day when I was researching some of this. I've never really known why Drumstick was turned into a frog, but apparently... Drumstick is one of the best racers on the island, and you see, when Wizpig first showed up and tried to take over, Timbr, who actually owns the island, the tiger, Timbr the tiger, because, it's Timbr Island, they actually all elected Drumstick to race old Wizpig there, and Drumstick never returned from racing him. Turns out Wizpig turned into a frog, just cuz. And, I don't know... This is all just completely insane, by the way, because, I mean, at the end of the day, it's evil pig from space. You can't get much better than that, really. I mean, that's kind of the end of the issue there. Evil pigs in space kind of outbeats everything. Oh, Mr. Lincoln, thank you to you. Special thanks to you. And Mr. Arakawa. I can't say Japanese. Shunman. Stamper. I'm not gonna read all the names, okay. It's so weird actually seeing these credits play in front of me though, because I've never seen them live. The end? No. Disable banana. Oh yeah, and here's the cheats. No yellow stuff. What are the cheats they have? I've never actually seen all these. Oh, that was it? Just the disable bananas. Well, Thank you guys so much for watching. In the next episode, we're gonna have a bit of a special little going on. Well, not really. It's just continuing the game as normal. But there's only a little bit left. A few videos worth. And then we'll actually be done with Diddy Kong Racing. As always, guys, like if you like, leave a comment, tell me what I did right, what I did wrong. Subscribe if you want to see more. And please, share with your friends. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully this wasn't too torturous of an episode. Well, with all the fail and all that. But really, it could have been much worse. Trust me, I expect it to be much worse. Thank you guys so much again for watching, and I'll see you next time on Diddy Kong Racing. I had no illusions in my mind that I was going to come in and just blast through this, so yeah, kind of expected a lot of failure here. So how are you guys doing today? Hopefully you guys aren't taking on Wizpig, because otherwise you might be going insane too. Although to be honest